So one of the things that you mentioned was that you have difficulty hearing when you're outside, hearing the
Yes.
nature sounds.
Yes,
So
and
tell me more about that.
We live in a neighborhood where everybody has differently than other birds do. They get on a feeder, and I mean,
Okay,
they
I'm
just
so
feed
sorry to
it.
keep interrupting you. I specifically want to know how the birds relate to your hearing, because what we want to do is find out about your hearing lifestyle so we can have an idea about what kind of things we might want to do as we move
Well,
forward.
As in, squirrels get on that too, you know,
Mhm.
squirrels get on everything.
So it does sound
But
like listening to the birds is something that is important to you. It's
Oh,
not
it
just
is.
something. Okay.
It really is.
That's
We
good.
really enjoy the birds.
Okay. Well, let's go ahead and move on. Okay, you also mentioned at home not being able to hear alerting things like the telephone ringing,
And the buzzer on the
buzzers, or someone knocking on the door.
Yes.
Put that.
I feel that I annoy other people, and that bothers me, and no one has complained to me, but that bothers me, because sometimes it bothers me that I bother other people. And she's very, very understanding. She remembers to look at me instead of read the paper when she's talking to me.
That's nice. So your husband sometimes forgets to do that?
Oh, he does. In fact, he'll talk to me and have his hand up like this, and I'm over there. And this is something that really annoys me. It really bothers me. It doesn't annoy me about other people. But something is said at the other end, and everybody just laughs. What'd she say? What'd she say? You know. And then somebody will say, she said so and so, and I say, oh, but it's not the same, you know.
Yeah.
So I miss out on a lot when I do that.
It can feel upsetting whenever you're trying to be part of the group.
Yes,
Mhm.
and it's more and more difficult to be part of the group. People and they understand.
Good.
So.
Sounds like you keep participating, and that's a good
Yes.
thing. That
Oh,
is
yes.
the most important thing. Just keep showing up. Okay. So let's talk about these in a little more detail.
Okay.
Okay. So this first one, of course, is hearing aids. So let's talk about what's involved with the hearing aids, what is expected from you, and then the pros and the cons of each of these that you chose.
Okay.
Okay? So for hearing aids, you would be professionally fitted with hearing aids here. Okay, so tell me more about how you use your hearing when you're socializing.
Well, socializing is usually, for me, going out to a restaurant. We seldom go to movies or things, but I'm usually, I go to what we call girls' night out at church, and usually we don't have more than 16 people. 10 or 12 is about usual. And I try,
Do you go to
when
restaurants?
I go in, I try not to hear everything at the other end of the table. And if people laugh, I've learned not to say, what was that? Unless it's a real good friend. And then I say, what was that? And they'll tell me, but it's not funny then, you know. It's only funny when they're first saying it. And then.
So why not? Why don't you ask them again? Why wouldn't you just ask them to repeat themselves again?
Well, I don't like to be rude.